Praise Yah, praise Yah as we continue to read the Torah reading for this week. We're reading chapter 13 of Numbers. Of Deuteronomy, 13 of Deuteronomy. If a prophet or a dreamer of dreams rises among you and gives you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or wonder which he spoke to you occurs, saying, let us go after other Elohim which you have not known, and let us serve them, you shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. For Yah your Elohim is testing you, to know if you love Yah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after Yah your Elohim, and you shall fear him, and you shall keep his commandments, and you shall hear his voice, and shall serve him, and you shall cleave to him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall die, because he has spoken apostasy against Yah your Elohim, who is bringing you out of the land of Egypt, and has redeemed you out of the house of slaves, to drive you out of the way in which Yah your Elohim has commanded you to walk, and you shall put away evil from among your midst. If your brother, your mother's son, or your daughter, or the wife of your bosom, or a friend who is as your own soul, shall entice you secretly, saying, let us go and serve other Elohim which you have not known, you and your fathers, of the Elohims of the people around you, those near you or far off from you, from one end of the earth, even the other end of the earth. You shall not consult to him, nor listen to him, nor shall your eye have pity on him, nor shall you spare, nor hide him, but you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first upon him to cause him to die, and the hand of the people of all the peoples last. And you shall stone him with stones, and he shall die, for ye have sought to drive you out from Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slaves. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall not again do any such wicked thing as this among you. If in one of your cities which Yah your Elohim has given you to live, you hear one saying, certain men, sons of Baal, have gone out from among you and have drawn away those who live in the city, saying, let us go and serve other Elohim, which you have not known. Then you shall inquire and make search and ask carefully, and behold, if the thing is truly established that this abominable thing has been done, surely you shall strike those who live in that city by the mouth of the sword, destroying it completely, all that is in it, and its livestock with the mouth of the sword. And you shall gather all its spoil into the middle of its open place, and shall burn the city with fire, and all its spoil completely before Yah your Elohim, and it shall be a heap perpetually. It shall not be built any more. And not any of the cursed things shall cleave to your hand, so that Yah shall turn from the fierceness of his anger, and shall give mercies to you, and shall love you, and shall multiply you, as he has sworn to your fathers. When you listen to the voice of Yah your Elohim, to keep all his commandments, which I am commanding you today, to do that which is right in the eyes of Yah your Elohim. Hallelujah. That's chapter 13. And we're going to continue with chapter 14. If you are sons to Yah your Elohim, you shall not cut yourselves nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For you are a holy people to Yah your Elohim, and Yah has chosen you to be a people to him, a special treasure out of the peoples who are on the face of the earth. You shall not eat any abominable thing. These are the animals which you shall eat, the ox, the flock sheep, and the flock goat, the hart, the gazelle, the roe, deer, and wild goat, the antelope, and the oryx, and mouflon. You may eat every animal that divides the hoof and divides two hoofs wholly, and choose to cut among the animals, but you shall not eat those that only chew the cud, or those only divided the cloven hoof, the camel, the hare, the rock badger, for they draw the cud, but do not divide the hoof. They shall be unclean to you. And swine, because it divides the hoof, but it does not chew the cud, it is unclean to you. You shall not eat of the flesh, nor touch their dead body. This you shall eat of all. Well, these you shall eat of all of the in all the waters. You shall eat all that have fins and scales, and whichever does not have fins and scales, you shall not eat. It shall be unclean to you. You shall eat of all the clean birds, but you shall not eat of these: the eagle, the black vulture, the bearded vulture, and the hawk, and the falcons, and the kite by its kinds, and all ravens by their kinds, and the ostrich, and the great owl, and the seagull, and the small hawks by their kind, the little owl, the eared owl, and the barn owl, and the pelican, and the owl, and the cormorant, and the stork, and the heron after its kind, and the hoopie, the bat, and every teeming thing that flies shall be unclean to you. They shall not be eaten. You may eat of all the clean birds. You shall not eat anything that died of itself. You may give it to the alien who is within your gates, that he may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner, for you are a holy people to Yah your Elohim. You shall not boil a kid in its mother's milk. Tithing, you shall tithe all the increase of your seed that the field yields year by year. You shall eat before Yah your Elohim in the place which he chose to cause his name to dwell there. The tithe of your grain, of your wine, and of your oil, and the firstlings of your herd and your flock, that you may learn to fear Yah your Elohim all your days. And if the way is too long for you, so that you cannot carry it because the place is too far from you, which Yah your Elohim chose to set his name there, when Yah your Elohim shall bless you, then you shall give it for silver, and bind up the silver in your hand, and you shall go to the place which Yah your Elohim shall choose. And you shall pay for the silver for whatever your soul rightly desires, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for fermented drink, or for whatever your soul desires. And you shall eat there before Yah your Elohim, and you shall rejoice, and you and your household. And you shall not forsake the Levite who is within your gates, for he has no portion nor inheritance with you. At the end of 3 years, even the same year, you shall bring forth all the tithe of your increase, and shall lay it up with your gates, within your gates. And the Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance with you, and the alien, and the fatherless, and the widow who within your gates shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, so that Yah your Elohim may bless you in all the work of your hand which you do. That was chapter 13 and 14 of Deuteronomy. You all have a blessed day today. And Yah be with you all. Thank you all for listening. And shalom, shalom.